Hi Taurus, if you want to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. Here's your ink blot made in your name and essence. If you want to take a screenshot, so you can scry for shapes or symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. Taurians, thank you for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights, and of course allowing me to be a guest in your aura. I'm going to read from one perspective. I'm going to add some scribed insights along the way, also adding tarot and oracle. And we have your copper coin here that will do a flip at the end. Whoop, there we go. Yes or no if you have like a quick question or you're just curious. All right. Taurians, let's take a moment, take a deep breath, relaxing and releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Let's go. All right, Taurians. Let me actually get my Sharpie pen here ready to rock. I couldn't help but notice, Taurians, as soon as it was like your ink was looking at me. Oh, can you see it there? Like there's the eyes. I'm trying to discern or decide what's looking at me or what's stepping forward in the collective aura. And then I'm also seeing, there we go. It's at quick glance, I'm seeing like a crystal ball and this grounding energy around it. But it could also be a heart. Something flourishing in there. Okay, I'm going to switch perspectives. Could also be somebody in spirit. Okay, I'm going right into somebody in spirit. I will get to you up there, I guess, in a moment. There's somebody in spirit. And when I say spirit in this space, it is in the afterlife aura, so somebody who has passed. They might have been part of your parenting team or your partner. There's somebody in a pairing. They surround like your innocence, Taurians, and I say that as like a super strength versus I just heard vulnerability, but that is a super strength, but I'm not sure that it's always perceived that way. There could also be something tugging at your heartstrings if you are reflecting in a space of grief in regards to this partner or parenting, part of this parenting team. Could even just be like an aunt or an uncle. No, it feels like a parent or a partner. Sorry, give me one moment here. There, in relation to that vulnerability, it's like there's something about your energy that is really, really pure, and it's held. It's just held. It's held within you, within maybe your reflections or your care, the purity of it, like your person. Like it even kind of chokes me up a little bit. Maybe you hold back. Maybe it's something you keep really quiet, but they do kind of like it's like drawing it out of you into other aspects, because it's bringing me right up into this green space with the swords. I'm seeing them as, what kind of swords are those? I actually think it's a fancy knife, like an ornate knife that has it's like when I watch Forged in Fire with my husband. It's not my forte, but they will make all these intricate swords or knives that I wouldn't know exist, but that's what it's reminding me of. We're here for Taurians. Anyone in spirit that like to step forward. It's almost like I'm seeing your wings, if I may. So when I'm with the spirit, the deceased wings, they're very flowy and feathery. And when I wander up to the Taurian wings, it feels like metal. Even though it looks like earth, but it's like, it's metal. Somebody might even be in like a metalhead, or really enjoy metal music to slice away any sort of energies within oneself, like, you know, kind of burn through it, like, and not burning it off, but yeah, kind of just slicing and dicing. So it could also be doing some cord cutting. And when I'm saying cord cutting, Taurians, this is also within the self, like habitual thoughts. Okay, seer, change and travel with conflict in the reverse. And these are the closest that actually make me feel like I'm seeing down here, the angel wings and the conflicts in the reverse. I think this person in spirit is saying, like, if you're having still contending with conflicts about their passing, or maybe you're just missing them, it's not meant to cause conflict within you, like simply missing them and feeling that vulnerability and traveling around that, because even when you're in the seer card, they're up here. I don't know if the camera could pick that up, but resolution and honesty, and simply being honest with yourself that you're feeling that. I don't know that it has to be expressed outwardly amongst, you know, the public. And when I see that mask come at me, again, it feels metal, but it's been created with the elements of different aspects. Some emotional, some higher self, some very earthly, some ethereal, the whole kit and caboodle. Like, you have built like an overlay and overlay and overlay. There's something between the eyes, like possibly like right at the third eye. And there's this little creature right here. If any of you have been having headaches, I gotta say, it's coming into like overthinking. Or at least what I'm feeling is overthinking for me as I'm a guest here. And it's almost like at some point I'm seeing an X, but it's made out of like elastics, and I'm trying to find the words of something that can, you know, like on a backpack, and there might be like the strapping, but it's like elasticy, so maybe you can slide in a book or a laptop, whether it's inside, but it's elasticy, so it can possibly hold like 1 book, 10 books. That's what it feels like. So somebody might have pounding headaches. I feel like you might be carrying a whole lot, Taurians. But there's a release, because a carrying of a lot of things you care about. But I'm not sure the stress is a symptom. How do I say? Because it's like in the shape of a bunny. So maybe it's in relation to fears. Like if you go to like the worst place thinking, or you're like, oh, but what if, or I don't know, it's just like a worry wart feeling. Okay, I'm going to dig in a little bit more here. I feel like you can release a few things, even maybe by speaking them. We're going over there, okay? Even by just speaking them to yourself, talking yourself through it, but then actually releasing it. Not holding on to the conversation, because the conversation is a coping mechanism. There's an emotional strength that I'm not sure is being utilized. And that might even be in the releasing. I'm coming back down to spirit again. Somebody has lost somebody. What are they trying to say? I feel like there's words being said. Something about transformation, light and dark. Yellow, joy and happiness. Okay. Taurians, if I didn't make it clear. Sorry, Taurus. I feel like we're just like jumping right in here. Transformation. There it is. Okay. There's that pairing partnership, but in a different context. Yellow, joy and happiness, and dimensional gateway and invitation. There's a lot of light in your supportive cards amongst this multi-dimensional metal mask. It's like an armor. I care. Okay, Taurians, I'm going to keep digging in here, see what's going on. This is that spirit. Okay. Thank you. So the spirit that was part of a partnership, the light and dark being, of course, in and of yourself, or somebody is still in density, someone's still alive and kicking, and somebody is in spirit, whether it was the parent or partner. They're trying to draw what I'm sensing is more happiness into your life, to really enjoy the honey, the nectar while you are here. And there's something like through that gateway that I'm sensing is up here that could be part of the headaches, but they're trying to help you release some sort of over worrying, shifting, perhaps sometimes things that you care about a lot through worry, over contemplation, over analyzing even, somehow alchemizes care into a concern, like care being positive and the concern being more negative. And I don't mean like, oh my goodness, it's so negative. It shifts the same thing where the weight is different that I'm carrying. And I come back down to the earthly sword forged in fire knives. It's almost like I can see, like if you were to have like a fancy, oh, look at, as my cat's back there in the light, sorry. Like if I was to make a fancy, machete or something, and as one is still here incarnate on the earthly plane, kind of clear some of the, clear to make clearing. That's how that feels. That was an odd way of saying that, but that's definitely how it came through. Clear to make a clearing. I just heard someone say, well, it's my process. Okay, and is it healthy though? Joy again. Okay, so we are transforming this. Because you've had joy twice. This is what you're working towards. This is what the Taurian energy is doing. Even if you're working through grief or what causes you grief, it keeps coming back to this joy and happiness. Stay in the state of joy, happy, care. And if, because it's responsible of you or it's a contemplation, wander to the dark side, look at the concerns, look at the possibilities for like long-term planning, and then shift back. It's like have an awareness, and then like machete your way back to your intention. Because there's something you are doing, some sort of super strength. And there might also, whoever this person, place, or thing is in spirit, it's like they held a strength that you admired. And maybe there could be, I will share that in a moment. And you're just not sure. if, how do I say that? You know you can do it alone. Here's the funny thing. You're not alone, is what I'm hearing. You're not alone, Taurians. Strength, unnecessary fear, and skull of stars, infinite possibility. There's that bunny with the fertility of fears, possibly in the headaches, right? Care and concern. I care, I want this to go well, but it's almost like I can see a pro and con list of here's the pro or here's a point. That's what it is, a point and con list. Maybe there's pros in there too, but for whatever reason. But it's all about creating joy. Joy, joy, joy. But there's an element that keeps drawing me back to, again, it could be grief, this contemplation, this worry. Taurians, even I'm in it. Okay, I'm going to try and draw out and up to observe. Okay, so, because I feel like you're working on different realms at once. Spirit's definitely there, helping you while you're here, earthly incarnate. Then there's this higher self that's like clearly seeing the path I want. It's clearly seeing what it is I desire for the best quality of life, the infinite possibilities. And see, like all the head, a lot of head things are coming in as well, right? Head, seer, travel, changing something. Oh, sorry. And here's the head. Because you can perceive all these possibilities, but it's, I think I already said it. Care, concern, move back to the point of what you want, the point of what you want. Look at them all, good, bad, or ugly. Come back to the point, release. Something about trust. Okay, I'm in the emotional space. Clouds of contemplation, and this is where all this is. In the clouds of contemplation, Taurians, you must be in like a heavy-duty contemplative state of what you're creating. And drawing it down, to the earthly plane with the point of purity intact. But I feel like this purity could be wrapped in entanglements that will then need to be cleared again once you draw them down. So if you're manifesting something, Taurians, maybe this is how you're navigating the collective, right? I also want to go down that rabbit hole. The Taurians being obviously this strong masked crusader of sorts are navigating the collective. And this is, you want to be careful. You want to stay in a state of care, concern, but navigating all these different things. And now I'm seeing, remember I was talking about that X, but it was like elasticy, and it's almost like a slingshot, but it actually goes inside, like being drawn back towards the pineal gland and like shooting it out. Yeah, there's something in there, Taurians. Some sort of emotional protection. It might even be that vulnerability that's up there. Tough as nails. Goddess of the moon just fell out. Goddess of the moon. This could be your feminine energy that is working. That's exactly where I am. Or your intuition. Not your instinct. I feel like your instinct's down there. And there's the angel of balance. Okay, so balancing the instinct and intuition. And then we have fourth chakra and woman holding a coin. I will bring these up for you as well, Taurians. Okay? So see all of this blue, goddess of the moon and angel of balance. This is when I was in your, there we go. Like if I could slide and insert these into your contemplation, air, and emotions, the instinct and intuition, because they're both placements of your power. Whether this is navigating grief, navigating the collective, or your design. Taurian's design. It's almost like the details are so finite. Again, that's great. And then step back, look at the whole blueprint again. Look at the whole envisionment. I don't even know if that's a word. Fourth angel chakra. This is all the stuff you care about. This is all the stuff we've been talking about that you care about. Ooh. Insert this card into where the greenery is. I think it might even look better there. When I was talking about those fancy knives, there it is. Okay, I'm going to put those like that. The things that you care about, and those fancy knives, machete things, clearing to make a clearing for what your heart cares about. Archangel Raphael might also really hold help for you at this time, like if you want to call upon, or whatever kind of rituals you may incur. There's a lot of angels around you. Earth angel. So much care, but there's a balance that's being asked. There's a balance. You know what I am actually seeing is like balancing a checkbook. And again, in the Taurian way, such a fine, like to dollars, pluses and minuses, to cents and all this kind of stuff. And sometimes, Taurians, it's almost like having an area where you can just round up, and you're like, and just kind of give yourself a pat on the back without being admiring yourself for the angst that you might put yourself through navigating the collective or navigating grief, because that's definitely not what spirit celebrates, because they almost kind of just want you to round up. That's what I'm feeling, because they just want you to have all the joy, all the yellow. They want to provide that. Woman holding a coin has stepped out here. That feminine energy again. Something about magic and lore. The coin of change. Luck. So if you tend to work very male energy oriented, perhaps looking at your intuition. If you roll intelligence and instinct a whole lot, and you're like, maybe add a little intuition in there. Maybe add a little, but what does my gut actually say? And not releasing logic, but tuning into the other knowings that you do have. Trust again. Trust. And then like this whole happiness and joy kind of comes in almost effortlessly. Huh. Okay, Taurians. I hope that served. If anyone is moving through grief, please know that you are blatantly loved through your space of purity. Like they wrap you. They wrap around you while you're still here, earthly incarnate, and you are working on what it is that you truly want and love and desire to bring into fruition, are bringing into fruition. You have a higher understanding. I just don't know if you're enjoying it enough, enjoying your life. Okay, Taurians, if you have a question, I want that for you, Taurian. So, enjoy, smile, play, do something fun, whatever that fun is for you. Blow off some steam. Think of your question, yes or no. We'll utilize your symbol, Taurus, as a yes, as heads, and the zodiac map is a no. And as we all know, the reveal just simply reveals your true response. Yes, you have a yes. That helps you with your question. And if it's like, No, I wanted it to be a no. That's obviously the real answer, the reveal. But there's something else I wanted to say there that just like popped in. Woman holding a coin. Hi. Woman holding a coin. How you doing, Taurians? Okay. Live in joy. Pain comes and goes. I'm hearing that song, Joy. Pump it up in pain. Whether you're navigating individually or the overall landscape of things, you're doing it. You have the support of so many people around you, including a woman energy, your own intuition, and a partner or parent in spirit. You're doing it. It's okay. Lighten up a little bit. Till next time, thank you.